what happens in white supremacy is they hear Black National Anthem, they see Black people not wanting to stand for the regular anthem, and they explode. And it
I
does
see.
nobody any good. I agree with you on that one.
So if the
I'm
white
saying that
supremacists
picking at it doesn't help.
so if the white supremacists didn't respond that way, if they responded favorably or didn't say anything, then you'd be okay with it.
If it didn't create division and if people didn't jump on it like they do to further the division, I'd be happy with it now. I
Right.
am happy with it myself personally.
So then that goes back to the point that I initially made, which is you're asking us to not do something because of how white supremacists are responding to it, i.e., we are placating white supremacists. You're literally saying that we can't do this or shouldn't do this because it's divisive. But who's it dividing? It's dividing white supremacists from the rest of us. I don't give a damn if white supremacists are mad. And the idea that I'm supposed to not exercise my cultural practices and rituals, that I'm not supposed to honor my gods, my ancestors, my experiences, the experiences of my family and tradition, that I shouldn't do any of that because white supremacists get mad is absurd to me. If I wouldn't tell you that that you shouldn't stand up and honor whatever religious faith you have, whatever political orientation you have, whatever your sexual identity, whatever thing you care about, I would not tell you don't do it because the people who hate that thing that you are going to be mad. That seems to me to be a very troublesome and dangerous and disrespectful and ultimately racist way to operate in the world.
You don't have to tell me that, doctor, because I'm a 62-year-old white Christian male who likes women. They already hate me. I already get attacked every day. That doesn't be my main focus in life. My focus in life is equal protection under the law, bringing America together. And I mean, yeah, this is a racist thing I'm going to say. I want to see black men like I saw in 1963 when I was in D.C., when I was at the Poor People's Campaign, when I saw D.C. burn. I want to see strong people. I want to see people that take things on head on, that are life or death again. I'm tired of people crying, telling me how guilty I am for being born white. Yeah. Okay. Can we get on with it now? Can we get the country back together? And can we quit beating each other up over stupid crap? You acknowledge how stupid I was, but you can't see how stupid you're being.
Why? I'll address that point, but let me back up first. People don't hate you because of your whiteness and your maleness and your Christianness and your straightness. I can tell you, I've been talking to you for 38 minutes.
I'm getting you on Gutfeld. That was funny.
I've been talking to you for 38 minutes and 39 seconds. I don't like you, but it has nothing to do with your race, gender, or sexual identity. It's because of what you say and do. In terms of where the world is headed, the world can't come together if you constantly tell us that the points that we care about and the experiences that we share, that our lives, that our culture doesn't matter. That's just not true. And you can't bring the country together on these quote unquote bigger issues if you don't wrestle with the fact that the country does not like black people. The country does not respect black people. The country does not protect black people. That same guy that turns his back on a Black National Anthem, that if he did even an ounce of studying, and I would suggest that to you too, I would suggest that you read about these things before you talk about them. Study the issue before you disagree with it. Learn about something before you have an analysis of it. That's just that's just my professor hat, but I would just say that's a good way to move in the world. But, that guy, if he read just a little bit, would realize that if anything, that song is an affirmation of black people's connection to America, right? If you actually listen to the words of the song, get to the third verse. I mean, the whole point here is to be true to our God and true to our native land, but it's in the context of being in America, right? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. People can do what they want, but we can't get quality education if people think black people don't have a history worth teaching, right? We can't get quality healthcare if people don't think that black people can feel pain, or if people don't think that black people deserve proper treatment. All of these things are rooted in an understanding of the past that is shaped by white supremacy. And until we unlearn that, then yeah, we're still going to be sent to jail. We're still going to get longer sentences. We're still going to get suspended more at school. We're still going to get beaten by the cop. All these things are going to continue to happen. Doesn't mean, and this idea of romanticizing a past, only a white man would be romanticizing 1963 as this ideal year for black. I wish we had more black men like 1963. 1963, my father couldn't vote. My father was 35 years old in 1963, and he couldn't vote. In 1963, my father, after serving in the military, could not buy a sandwich. He could not sit at a Horn and Hardart counter. My father, his high school class went to the Washington Monument and they weren't allowed to take a picture in front of it, but dogs could. This is the history of 1963. So when you stand there as a white man and say, I wish you people were more like you were in 1963, it makes us want to say, fuck you. Because in 1963, white men were still in control. White men still had all their rights and freedoms. White women had their rights and freedoms. It was only us that didn't. And so the same spirit that makes you think that affirming 1963 is some great year for me and my people, that same spirit is the one that tells you that it's okay to dismiss the Black National Anthem as a small thing. And you might feel good about yourself because you don't want to see Black people in prison, or because you want consistent laws, or because you worship at the altar of free speech. But none of it means anything if you still smuggle in all of these white supremacist ideologies and beliefs and values. Now, on that note, I'm going to go because I just don't want to talk to you anymore. But I appreciate your time. God bless you. Take care.